Welcome to my YouTube channel of Astrologer Anil Agarwal. Today we will be talking about the Coonoor Mi17V5 crash. Astrological analysis by Prashna Jyotish using the Tamil scriptures. You see, there the Prashna Jyotish is also seen by Parashar, but I find the Tamil scriptures, if you use the Tamil scriptures, the predictions are spot on. Now, say for example, in the case of Parashar, we take Jupiter and Mars as friends, whereas as per the Tamil scriptures, Jupiter and Mars are enemies. And the major reason for the crash on the 8th December 2021 at 12:08 p.m. near Wellington, the basic reason is that there was Poon Itsal between Jupiter and Mars. Jupiter placed in the Lagna and Mars placed in the 10th house, both at 2 degrees, and there is a nakshatra exchange, and both are enemies. There is an inimical Itsal, and then they are. Mars is also active. Mars is eclipsed by Ketu, and it is with Sun and the 8th Lord Mercury in the 10th house. You see, the malefics are very strong in the 10th house, but if they are afflicted, they will give negative results. It clearly points out that the event is due to Mars and Jupiter, and the Lagna Lord in the 12th house with Moon. The Moon is afflicted. The Lagna is afflicted by Mars, and this is the basic reason. And the 22-second Dresh cone and the Gulika are placed in the 12th house where Moon and Saturn are placed. And if you look at the other parameters, if you calculate the Trisputa Navamcha and the Sukshma Trisputa, then we come to the conclusion that the basic reason for the crash, there are 3 basic reasons for the crash. 1. Mars is afflicted. There are no firefighting equipments in the plane, or they are malfunctioning. 1. Second, it could be the carelessness of the pilot. Number 3, it could be due to espionage by foreign elements. So these 3 reasons you can't rule out, especially when Saturn is connected to Moon. In Prashna chart, if Saturn is connected to Moon, it is most malefic. And then it is placed with in this 22nd Dresh cone. It is where Gulika is there, and the Lagna Lord and the 12th house, and Venus, the planet for the aircraft, is about to enter the 12th house. Just within 2 hours of the crash, and a planet which is about to change sign attains the status of the most important planet. It is going in the 12th house. It is not good. At the time of takeoff, also the yogas are not good. You may not understand the technical. Some people may not understand the technicalities, but I have mentioned the reasons. Now I will just read out. The article is being written again because the exact time of the takeoff is 11:48 and the chopper crashed at 12:08. Earlier I had also written an article, but using the 12:20 time. Although everything is same, but this is more fine. It is fine tuned. The passengers had boarded the flight around 11:45 and local time, and the chopper took off at 11:48. So I have drawn the chart of 11:48. It is of Aquarius Lagna, having Jupiter in the Lagna and the Lagna Lord in the 12th house. Unfortunately, the crash happened exactly on the day when Venus, the KARKA for aircraft, was to ingress in the Capricorn sign on the 8th December at 13:51 hours. Crash took place at 12:08 hours. As per Prashna Jyotish, a planet which is about to change sign becomes most important for any event. Venus at 29.5758 degrees in Sagittarius is about to go in the 12th house of the event chart, where Gulika, Saturn, Moon are placed, and the sign is 22nd Dreshkun. 22nd Dreshkun, and the Lord is KHARESH, is most malefic, is most dangerous planet. Saturn attains the status of the most malefic planet KHARESH, and Gulika Lord to cause disaster and crash. Now the chart is there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 planets see placed in the 10th house in the sign Scorpio. And the analysis is as follows. The day is Wednesday, and the Lord and the time of the chopper crash on the 8th December 2021. 22nd Dreshkun is Capricorn, as we have already discussed. 64th Navamsha is Mercury. Lord is Mercury. And the sign is Virgo, the 8th house. The nakshatra is Shravan 21, and it is from 21, if we calculate, it is fear from fires. The Karna Lord is Moon, and placed in the 12th house with 12th Lord, Karasiddhi will not take place. When the Karna Lord is not connected to the 10th house, then and it is in the 12th house, it will be total loss. Karasiddhi will not take place, because it is also placed in the 22nd Dreshkun with Gulika and the 12th Lord. Yoga is Dhriti, inauspicious. As per Panchak Rahita Murta, it is Chor Panchaka, most malefic, venomous and venomous. The DBA planets are Moon, Saturn, Moon. So, and both the Dasha, Antardasha and Partantra Dasha are in the 12th house. Mars and Ketu in Sarp Dreshkun and placed in the 10th house. At the time of crash, the Pisces Navamsha rising and Rahu and Mercury in the Lagna, most malefic component, and opens the secret of the crash of the chopper, because Mercury is the lord of the 8th house with Rahu. We can just come to the conclusion. What is it? Yama chart. As per Yama chart, the Lagna lord and the 12th lord Saturn goes in the sign Virgo, the 8th house, for total loss, and the 8th house, 8th lord Mercury goes in the 8th house from 10th house, most malefic components for the chopper. Moon placed in the sign of Scorpio, in the sign, and the 10th house is Karna Lord, will give the results of the 10th house, which is of the CDS, Vipin Rawat, and the top government officials. 10th house, denotes the top government officials. So friends, it is not good. Gulika column is 10:47 to 12:13. So, and it is just, the crash has just taken place before 12:13. The chopper was scheduled to land at 12:15. Moon and Saturn in the 12th house, the reason for crash, Lagna Adhomukh, and the Lord in the 12th house, loss of aircraft and the passengers. 2nd, 6th and 8th from Arud Lagna. Sagittarius is the Arud Lagna, and we have malefics. Jupiter in the Lagna, reputation, wealth is strong, but the dispositor is gone in the 12th house. It's going for a toss. Hence, loss of everything, and inclusive of the aircraft and the passengers. Number of people as per Prashna technique to suffer. Now, the Lagna has Jupiter, and Jupiter has rays of 10. And the Lagna Lord Saturn, which has become the 22nd Dreshkun Lord, and with Gulika in the 12th house, has got rays of 4. So 10 and 4 is 14. So it comes to 14 passengers in 10 plus 4. 10 are the number of passengers, and 4 is the number of crew. And crew is gone, the number 4, Saturn is gone in the 12th house. It is carelessness of the 4 crews. Jupiter the number okay, race. We have talked about Mars activation of the eclipse point of the lunar eclipse of the 19th November on the 8th December. As I had mentioned that 8th and 9th are most prone to malefic happenings. And I had also mentioned about in my 3 previous articles that a senior head of the country or the army will be subjected to problems just when after the eclipse point is activated by Mars. 410 axis has malefics and afflicting by Sun, Moon and Mercury, the 8th Lord. Evil results will flow. Both Moon and the Lagna influenced by malefics, Moon and Saturn, and the Lagna has aspects of Mars and Jupiter. There is Mars star exchange between them, most malefic combination. Lagna evil and a malefic sign, especially the Lagna Lord in the 12th house, which is 22nd Dreshkon sign, and Gulika, loss of money and aircraft with humans. Reasons for crash. Malefics in the 3rd and 11th house bring negative results. Travelers for the travelers and the aircraft suffers. Defects appropriate to the planets influencing the Lagna, and the Lagna Lord is influenced by Moon, the 6th Lord, and Lagna is influenced by Mars, and Mars is Karka for fire, ATTAINS, and firefighting equipment. It could be because malfunctioning of the firefighting equipment or firefighting equipment is missing. In one of the news I read on media, it was mentioned that the firefighting equipment was not there. Firefighting equipment may be defective or missing. Lagna, Adhomukh and the Sun to Lagna is evil. Evil results will flow. Navamsha rising is evil, results will flow. Navamsha rising is of Saturn, and Navamsha rising at the time of the Capricorn at 11:48, the Lord is Saturn, can give death and destruction. Venus Karka for aircraft about to go in the 12th house. Moon and Saturn in the 12th house cause espionage from foreign elements and even betrayal. Malefic Rahu in the 4th house caused misery, distress, especially when in adverse motion. Rahu was in adverse motion on that day, and the condition of the aircraft and things are seen from the 4th house. So Rahu is responsible for it. In transit, it is in adverse motion. Strong malefics affliction in 10th house. Evil results when eclipse point of the lunar eclipse of the 19th is being activated by Mars on the 8th December 2021. Failure of the undertakings and the mission. Malefics in the 12th house. Fall of the aircraft due to carelessness and sinful acts. Saturn and Moon in the 12th house. The answer here is crystal clear, since Rahu is there in the 4th house in the star of Sun, as explained above. Trisputa falls in the 8th house Virgo. Trisputa Navamsha falls in Gemini, has Moon, most malefic parameter. Trisputa sign in Navamsha has Ketu in Virgo. Sores and wounds due to fire, and the Lord Mercury, who is the 8th Lord, debilitated with Rahu at in the 3rd house and at the time of crash in the Lagna. Debilitated, and Rahu, when it comes in the Lagna, can give fall of the aircraft from heights. Trisputa Mercury combines with Ketu, Mars and Sun, destruction of the aircraft by fire. Danger to top government officials, people on mission. Sukshma Trisputa falls in Scorpio, having Mars, Sun, Ketu and Mercury, the 8th Lord, and Trisputa Lord affliction in the 10th house, grave danger to the aircraft and passengers in the aircraft. Sun in the sign gives danger to the top government officials, person of status on mission. Trouble to brothers due to Mars. So whosoever has died He may be brother of somebody. Uncle, because Mercury, uncle, and Ketu, trouble to the people going on mission. Planets in visible hemisphere, so the results will be immediate, and wherever it goes, the things will be dense. It may be dense forest, it may be dense clouds, it may be whatever it is, it may be dense. At the time of crash, the Navamsha Pisces dual Navamsha dual sign, Gulika Navamsha dual sign, Moon Navamsha dual sign, immediate death of the people and destruction of the aircraft. Fear from fire at the time of takeoff. Nakshatra is 21, hence fear from fire. At the time of takeoff, Nakshatra rising is of Saturn, hence aspects of debilitated Mars in the Navamsha. Capricorn sign is rising and Capricorn is being aspected by debilitated Mars. Total destruction and death of the travelers and suffering. Dispositor of Lagna, Arud Lagna, Sun, Moon is under affliction, then disaster. The parameter is most malefic because dispositor of Sun, Mars, Mercury, Ketu is Mars because they are in Scorpio. In Navamsha it is debilitated and it aspects the Lagna. So where is the question of any success in the mission and the aircraft landing properly? Three Sputa lords of the sixth Lord Moon, Jupiter, and the eighth Lord is Mars, and both are having its Sal, complete its Sal and Nakshatra exchange. Jupiter, group captain. So we have come to the conclusion that there were three reasons. One, carelessness of the pilot. Second, firefighting equipment malfunctioning or not there. And third is espionage by foreign elements and betrayal. Group Captain Varun Singh, condition stable, responding to treatment. I tried to find out his birth details. Even day of birth I could not get. But at 1803 hours, it was discovered that 13 people have died and one of them is surviving. So I made the chart of Wellington 1803 hours and I found Taurus Lagna rising and Jupiter in the Kendra, and the 8th house is in Shubh-Katri Yoga. So it shows survival of the person who is there, and the chances are bright chances that he may survive. Let's hope and pray for the best. I salute the warriors and God bless their souls and their souls may rest in peace. That's about all, friends. I just wanted to share that Prashna Jyotish by Tamil scriptures is just amazing and it gives 100% results. So that's all, friends. Thank you very much for listening to me. Have a good day. Bye bye. And before I end the video, let me tell you that the dates given are already mentioned. When Mars activates the eclipse point, that will be the day when the cat will come out of the bag. What is the actual problem? The dates are 19th, when Venus goes in retrogression, when Venus falls back in Sagittarius, on the 30th December and 28th December, when Mars enters into the Jesta star between so, and then Mars activates the eclipse point of the 4th December. So these are the dates when there is possibility that things will come to light. Thank you very much for listening to me. Have a good day. Bye bye.